Forgot, like, I was muted. Hey, I forgot. It's alright. I'm currently just making some patch girls. There's a challenge where if you make 20, you get mutant MYO amongst other things. So that is definitely something I wanted to do. I actually have like 8 drawings that I could do, but this one's simple, so I decided to go with this one. How have you been? And just for context, so this is a patch that somebody suggested. They were like, you should make one that has a teddy bear head. I was like, okay. I'm doing a few suggestions. Nice. Imagine this long list of pages. Is there one that you've been working on more in particular recently? Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah, no, we're doing a reboot. The reboot is on September 12th, and we're doing everything all over again, starting from a ton of adopts to the entire storyline, starting all over from roleplay number 1, so people can like get back on track and remember where things are. So that'll be super fun. It's been kind of hard trying to reboot a whole ton of characters, but yeah. I'm still doing a lot of streams, especially on Fridays for some reason. So if you ever want to come, it's totally, yeah, I'd love to have you. It's great to have you back. And as you can see, we have music now. We didn't do that before because I don't even know why I didn't put music before, but I think it was because I didn't know that there was music that existed that was non-copyrighted. I don't know, it just never occurred to me. Oh, so the Discord server actually got shut down. A lot has happened. We lost people, and it actually ended up dying. So we're bringing it back. Um, a few staff members just went MIA. So that was one of the first things that went. So it's only on Amino now, unfortunately.
It's all about humanity.
I just gotta get some fabric. So that was probably the quickest pastoral I've ever made. Like, wow.
It's all about humanity.
Yeah, another project I've got going on. I'm not sure if you ever read my book, The Forgotten Dream, but the second book in the trilogy comes out in a few days, the first couple chapters, so I'm pretty excited for that too. It's been a lot of trying to balance the reboot and that once. I hope everything went okay. I just saw that you left me know for stuff that happened. I hope everything's like good, that nothing too bad happened. Um, oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, no, definitely DM me and I will definitely send you the link to the book. So, is your in where's your indie book series? Like, are you publishing it? That's understandable. Well, if you post it online, definitely let me know. That's great. Yeah, no, I get that. Honestly, I've been trying to get back to work on Forgotten Dream especially, and it's just been a pain in the butt because after I finished the first book, I've been working on it for 9 years, and it gets to a point where it was just like, oh, I have to get this perfect. I have to get this perfect. I have to get this perfect. Edit, 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 edit. And it just got to a point where like I wasn't even writing, I was just editing. And every time I gave it to somebody, like a professional reader, they would be like, "This isn't good enough. You have to hire a $200 editor." I'm like, "Bro, I'm poor." So it just got to this huge cycle of I have to make it better. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. And now I'm just so burnt out that I'm like trying to write the second book, and it's so hard, and I'm just really discouraged. I mean, I'm trying, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna publish. I'm just gonna hobby. This is gonna be a hobby. Forget everything else. So I know it's burnt out. It's not really dumping it because boredom, but still, I can get that. It looks like I just need like one more pattern and I'm done. Yes. Exactly, yeah. It gets so frustrating because at some point it gets to like you're not even just proofreading anymore. You're just like being a jerk to yourself. There were so many times I'm like, well, this isn't good enough. And there wasn't anything like grammatically wrong with it. I was just like, I don't like it. Like there's this word doesn't work. It just doesn't work out with me. And it was so frustrating. Well, it is the perfect time. Because once college starts, it's going to be a lot harder. Exactly. Yep. Oh, my bad. Wrong layer. Definitely do not want to do that. I am confused. I am very confused. It's saying that this doesn't exist. Okay, alright. Well, you definitely want to make sure you have fun. So I always say, like, definitely if you're gonna have like three projects, definitely have one that you just really, really, really enjoy. Like I know you're saying that um you're having one with a production company, but you're also saying that like you have the fan project, which is like exactly just have fun. So once you're starting to burn out from one, you can just switch to the other. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it could be worse. I have a project called Silence of the Woods. And I post a chapter like approximately once every year or half a year. It's still fun though. Like I've never gotten burnt out with that one. Specifically for that reason because like I don't even that's my one project that like I don't even like people can look at it if they want to. I don't really have it posted on major places, but like it's mainly like I don't edit, I don't like try to perfect it. It's just this is what's on my mind, this is what I think is going to happen, this is the plot, let's go. So all right, so I can do um a rebooted character or a new patch girl adapt. I'm gonna go with the patch girl adapt just to get it finished. because I really do want to at least get 3 done for this adapt so I can get the common MYOs. Thank you. Very cute. So Lily tends to be like the mistress of puns, and she will kill you with how bad her puns can be sometimes. I'm just warning you. So the story behind this one is actually pretty fun. So I was this idea actually came from one of our PT staff called Bash, and they were like, "Oh, we should make a patch girl who is made out of like gummy worms and gummy bear parts." And I don't know how much you recall from Patch Girls and Patchtopia, but that the thing is that's pretty much what they eat. Like gummy bears to them are like the equivalent of like steak. And I was like, it is so weird that this Patch Girl would be walking around with like steak or chicken attached to their body. That's super weird. And then we came up with the idea, like, wait, what if they're actually like a werewolf? And so they never know when they're gonna turn, so they carry all this meat on them at all times so they won't attack anybody. So they're literally like a living barbershop. And so that's how this happened. So this one's gonna be really fun. But because I am working on the common patch girl contest thing, I have to work with only commons, which means my patch girls have to be 3 colors, no more, no less. So this is definitely gonna be a tricky one. You know what? I'm gonna keep that red. I'm also gonna have to look up gummy worms at some point because I don't even remember what the main colors are of a gummy worm. I know there's 3 of them, but it's Lady Gaga as a patch. Shades do not count as different colors. So, like, if I did a lime green, a blue green, a regular green, an olive green, they're all just green. It all counts as one color. And I mean, you don't have to just stick to 3. Like, you can make rares, but we've made this new rule now because people were making rares all the time, and it got to the point where, like, commons were rare and rares were common. It was really frustrating. So we were like, okay, you can make as many rares as you want, but for every 1 rare, you have to do 2 commons or 2 uncommons to balance it out a bit. Bro, I have no idea, Magoose. I really gotta look up gummy worms because I can't remember this for the life of me. Hold up. Yeah, I know it's red and green. I can't remember the other one. It might be yellow, like you said. Let me double check. Bro, there are so many colors in a gummy worm. Yeah, I think you're right. It's yellow. Depending on which one you look at, there's so many freaking gummy worms. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go with red, green, and yellow. That's the challenge, though. Like, for me, drawing, like, I always wanted to make a challenge, so... So that was me wanting to make a challenge all the time. And what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to think because I feel like I should make some parts of this ombre because that's what a real gummy worm looks like, right? It's ombre when it's going through the colors. Okay, that's fair. Thank you so much. I'm doing great and I'm glad that you came by. Definitely enjoy Dungeons and Dragons and have fun. I don't know what do you remember what fairy tale she was? Oh yeah, Sleeping Beauty. I forgot about that one. Yes, I am excited to see your potato chip girl. Potato chip patch girl. Oh, I don't know then. Um, do you remember if it was on Art Hotel or if it was in or if it was only on Patch Girl Amino? This looks ombre enough, right? Right, guys? Gotcha. Well, if it's up in the Instagram, that's good. As for base model, I mean, do you mean like well, I mean, you could just get a like a regular base, right? At least I think so. How's he been? I mean, sure, I could do a pose. What pose do you want? Is it like the holding of the umbrella? I mean, I'm not that great at poses, to be honest. I really just like more like copy. Well, I don't, but I can definitely. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. What do you guys think? Is that enough like gummy worm colors? Gotta get the actual fabric now. It's hard to find a gum like a fabric with just these colors. Very difficult. You know what I don't understand? I don't get the thing with like the core now. So like it feels like, and this is just me being super ignorant, like you can tell me you're being super ignorant, Chris, you don't get it, and I'm totally fine. But it feels like you can like just add core at the end of everything now. Like I understood cottage core, pastel core, all that stuff, and then someone came up recently, they're like, kit core, glitch core, fairy core, angel core, and then dark core. I'm like, everything is a core now. What? Nah. I mean, I can appreciate it. Like, I really like um, I like Hawaii. I don't even know if that counts as an ecstatic anymore, but all that different stuff, I do really like it. It's just the name that confuses me now. One super fun thing was like when I was younger, like a few years back, I started wearing these ears, and my dad comes up to me, and he's like, "Dude, you look like you belong in a psych hospital. Like people are gonna look at you wearing that in public, and that's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna think. Okay?" And like it's literally the point where like I go out all the time with these, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, I love your ears. What are those? Is that like a mouse, a cat? Like what? I love your ears." And it was actually really funny because the other day I went to the fair with him, and this guy comes, and we had the fair was here, and we had parked all the way in the other side of the parking, and this guy with a car comes to us and like skips the entire freaking line and comes to us, and he's like, "Hey, I like your ears." I'm like, "Thanks. Do you want to ride to the other side of the park to get to the entrance?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I just looked at my dad like, literally happens every freaking time. Okay, what? No. Bruh. Okay, so I just found black and purple gummy worms. Like, I understand that that can be a thing, but I don't remember that being a thing, like, ever. Right? There's nothing wrong with being a bookworm, Lily. Because now I can send you all my stuff and you give me advice for books. Because I don't read. I hate reading. Like, I mainly, honestly, the biggest reason why I read is to give other people recognition, other writers, because I know how hard it is. That is legit the only reason. For some reason, I just don't. Reading, I can't. Are those faces on the shoulders? They are gummy worms. They are half-eaten gummy worms, and this is a Sour Patch Kid right here. Lily, I love you, but you're a book hoarder. I love you though. I do love you. Which is why I dump on you even more books to read. I mean, I feel like at this point, Lily, you have like literally a queue, like a queue of books that I gave you to read. Like, here is Paint Me a Murder, and then here is Cupcakes to Kill For, and this is Nothing in This World, and here's The Forgotten Dream, and here's Case for a Creator. Like, just this, just waiting list. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's the good thing about my streams, and I did notice you sent me a pic, Lily. I'll look at it, and then I just wanted to finish this one first. Um, that's the one thing about my streams. I do love that there's usually enough people that like I can talk with people while I draw, but also like, they don't get flooded. I've had that happen like once or twice maybe. The only thing I don't like, which actually happens a lot, is really annoying to me, is when it gets to the point where there's nobody to the like I've had live streams happen where it's literally just me, like nobody else throughout the entire live stream, and I get so anxious and so awkward. Or even worse, there have been times where it's like I see that there are viewers, but nobody wants to say anything at all. And it is the most frustrating thing. Because then I like literally there has been time where I just got an anxiety attack on screen right there. Because I'm like, I can see you guys watching me. I know you guys are viewing my stream, but like is I what I'm doing good enough? Am I pleasing you? Am I disappointing you? Like, what's going on? What do you mean? Oh, wow, that's a lot of. Okay, it's actually not bad for $4. Really not bad for $4. That I feel like. Did you just send me a picture of totes or books? Totes. Girl, you better not keep all of them. Keeping all their books, having to, you're probably gonna have to kick your boyfriend out. Fiance, my bad. So the rebrand has been going well, I hope. You've been getting more people? Okay, but still, though, that's 3 bags, though. A bag to me is a tote. So 3 totes of books. Still. You know, I love it when people like, I've had people look at my signature and they're like, what the frick am I looking at? How is that your name? Like, how is that your signature? Like, I don't see it. And then having to explain to people how it works, like, their face is so funny. I start doing the signature like hyper slowly, and they're like, do you see my name? I'm like, do you see my name? They're like, yeah, see, that looks like your name. And then I do it super fast, and it becomes this, and they're just like, that's fair. It's not! Even you got it wrong, Lily. It's not, though. That's a really good guess, though. would you mind, like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna, like, I should check out, like, oh, at some point, could you DM me a picture of like, just a straight up link to your channel? Because, like, I really want to make this one comic strip. It's like 2 or 3 pages. I don't know if I can make it an animation. I don't know how it works. I'm literally looking for someone to commission to make it into a little comic strip. Because, so, I have this one friend who is a big fan of my book, and she is a massive fan of this ship. And I wasn't even like, I was like, yeah, this is a ship, it exists, but I wasn't that invested until she got super invested on it, and now I'm like super into it. And so there's this one part in the next chapter of the book where, like, this, okay, so the two characters get into an essentially, like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you the dialogue, how it goes. So the girl character slaps the guy character, and she's like, "You're an idiot. You're a moron. You're a rat." And, like, please note, like, this is normal for them. Like, this is their healthy relationship, how they communicate. It's literally just, yeah. And he never comes up with an insult. And so he had been drunk one night, and he had accidentally asked her out on a date while he was drunk. And so she's like, "Oh, this is why you shouldn't drink. I didn't know you were into older women," because she is older than him. Not into, like, a dangerous point, just, and she's just teasing him. And the next chapter of the book, it says, why is the copy and paste button not working? It says that he takes his shirt off, and he's a very fine looking young man. And so she was in the middle of a conversation, and she just stares at him. Like, the book says she just stops. And it doesn't really go into detail what happens next, but me and my friend were, like, theorizing, and we were like, you know what? What if, like, those anime gifs where it's like the girl just gets an arrow to the heart and just the nosebleed? And we were like, we gotta turn this into a comic where the guy is just like, "I forgot it, you're beautiful, hon." And mainly fan service, because I do want to see this character shirtless. It's just funny to me. And I tried to draw it, and, like I always said to everyone, I do not have the things to do comics or animations, because at some point, like, my art just deteriorates. Like, give me, like, 4 doodles, and the art, it just deteriorates because I can't focus that long. It just sucks. I told her I'd make it into an art piece, but, like, I started doing it, and then it ended up being 3 pages long, and I'm like, I can't do this. Aw, that's so cute. I'm glad you got a new stuff. Luminance to transparency. But yeah, if you know any good artist that, like, does animation or comic commissions, let me know. So this is, in fact, a carousel-themed Pash Girl. As if it weren't obvious. He is frozen in time. And somehow, 3 colors. I remember, I gotta think of what some of the colors were, because I know this is actually based off an outfit that someone sent on PGA that they wanted a Pash Girl from. And I made this outfit out of it. I know the outfit's main colors were purple and black, but I gotta take a look real quick. That's understandable. Yeah, some people get some ask for some weird stuff. Honestly, you're in love with the art, Merriweather? What? Yeah, this is a purple. Let me try to get this one. Well, the ones that I've been doing so far will definitely be put up for adoption. You should, if you're gonna get back into Patch Girl Amino, I definitely go for the challenge. Because like I said, you can get a lot of really good adopts out of it. Um, and that MYOs, I guess, a lot of prizes. If you do the entire challenge, I believe you get 7,000 some PC. Like it is just ridiculous, and I'm surprised that more people haven't joined. Um, I really wanted to give her yellow. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make it uncommon. Like it's not gonna count for the contest, but I mean, y'all, she's beautiful. Y'all can agree on that, right? She is just like really freaking gorgeous. So people are gonna have to deal with her being not being part of the contest. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna make it blue instead. It doesn't exactly match the dress, but the dress mainly has purple and pink, so it'll be recognizable. And her theme song is Carousel by Melanie Martinez. All right, love you too. We'll see ya. All right, so what's gonna be yellow? This is definitely gonna be yellow. The tickets are definitely gonna be yellow. Oh, and you remember that gummy bear song from like the early 2000s? I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, I don't even know the rest of the song. But yeah, that's the song for the one prior. Yep. Is that song becoming popular again? Slowly, the dress is coming together in my head. And this one's easy because like the patches are actually very minimal. It looks super hard, but it's actually easier because there's less patches. Well then, yeah, definitely join PGA. Currently, there's a ton of aminos, a ton of adopts right now due to this challenge. So I am finishing them to post them later. So you're probably not gonna miss it, but I still would join soon just in case because I do think, not to brag or anything, but I do think this one's gonna get a bidding war of some sort. I had one that got a bidding war recently of like it was literally insane. It was literally like take all my patch coins here. Like someone bid like literally all their patch coins. I have 20967 patch coins. Take them. And another one's like, no, take all of my patch coins here. I have 300. And then someone else, that same person from before, like ran out of money bidding. They sold one of their dots and they were like, here, I have another 2,000 patch coins in my account. Have it. Take it all. It's just like, okay. Okay. What is going on? It's not that big of a deal, guys. All right. Yeah, there are lots of patch coins. I feel like I messed up because this dress is mainly supposed to be purple. I mean, I could still fix it.
Lily was a little girl, afraid of the big white world. She grew up within her castle walls. Now and then she tried to run, and then on a night with the setting sun, she went in the woods away, so afraid, all alone. I've been looking through my memories, I've been trying to see your face, but you're moving like a mystery.
But thank you so much. Like our goal was to have 100 members by um September 12th, which is the day of the reboot. So that definitely. Yes, it's not that far. Gotta do this little bit here, but there's honestly like I'm really excited for this reboot. There's so many characters that I'm redoing, and there is this one ship especially that I'm especially fond of. Um, uh, it's I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Witchy Woo Hansel ship, but like there's been an entire series that I've been working on. I'm at 14 chapters actually of it, and it is just really fun to write about just the fact that they love each other. They're just kids, and the psychotic sister, and their battle with the curse and now corruption and Sunday, and it's just really fun, and I love it. Did you wait? What? I don't. Did I mention that she's frozen in time? Did I put it in the inspiration chat? What? But that is fair. No, because like what the way I'm thinking is frozen in time, like some type of statue. Because what I was thinking is, so one of my trainers used to be in a circus, but it was like a really cool, like abusive circus. And what I was thinking was that this Pash girl actually fell in love with a human, and to mock that, they like I said, froze her in time, basically to make her into a circus attraction. So she is a carousel, but she is also a patch girl. Um, and my thing is that May did end up freeing her from that. But one thing that they would do too is, like you see all the tickets in her dress, those are actual tickets that people paid to see her. And I was thinking that people would put that in her clothes just to mock her for how silly she is for having loved a human and having put herself in that spot and allowing the human to do that for her. So it's a very much, it's a sad, tragic story, humiliation thing. But I don't know. Because I would imagine that since she's an attraction, they would still clean her. Thank you. And if you do end up getting to read the whole like Hansel Chiwu series, if you take a look, like just enjoy it because there are some parts that are super serious, and then there's some parts that are just like insanity. Like there is one part that I personally like is one of my absolute favorite of all time parts where it's just like uh there's context, but I'm telling you this without context just to make it that more funny. So Guinevere opens the door and Witchy and Hansel is like in an uncontrolled spree of chocolate. Witchy is in the middle of just licking him. Like she's not biting him, she's not eating him, she's not kissing him, she's just licking him. And Gwyn just appears with this giant, massive axe ready to murder her, and it's just that one tiny moment, and the one patch girl's like, I can explain everything that's happening right now. Do not come a step, I can explain. And it's just really, it's that one type of awkward that is just so funny and weird, and I just love it. As well as there's this other scene where, they do actually end up where, Witchy Woo does end up like pecking Hansel in the cheek, finally, and it's staged as a sort of prank thing because Sunday needed body heat, and obviously making somebody blush is a form of body heat, and so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make him blush," so she kisses him, and he essentially blushes so hard because he wasn't expecting it that he pretty much just burns a sundae. And for context, Sunday is an ice cream ghost. So like she's a mutant. Her skin is ice cream, and it's ghost, and it's weird. But that's why, and it's just fun. It's just this really fun little ship thing. All right, let's go with the blue now. See what happens. I might end up making this purple. I wanted to make it blue, but I mean, it's supposed to be mainly purple. And there's already so much yellow. It's supposed to be mainly purple and pink. I might end up actually just making the tickets like a weak pink, maybe? And then the bows of blue? It's definitely a lot. It's just chaos. There's so many white spaces left, it's bugging me. Oh, I missed a bit. I just realized there was something that I was supposed to do at 6 o'clock. So give me a second just to make sure that like I didn't like completely miss it because I swore I'd be there. I'm not like okay, so I'm like super late, but everyone else is also super late. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna end the stream here before like I totally like completely space out on this that I swear I would be there for like 2 weeks in advance. So I will see you on PGA. Thank you so much for coming. And I will definitely send you a picture of this one once she's done. I will probably